Welcome everyone. This is Glenn Downing, Registered Investment Advisor and Certified Financial Planner of CameronDowning, a registered investment advisory firm here in Miami, Florida. The topic of today's video is the Florida Retirement System Pension Option. As I mentioned in a previous video, a general rule is that employer-sponsored retirement plans generally fall into two groups: the defined contribution plans and the defined benefit plans, commonly known as pensions. As their names suggest, the salient feature of the defined contribution plan is the amount of money that can go into the plan in terms of contributions. The defined benefit plan, on the other hand, known as the pension, is the focus of this particular video. With a defined benefit plan, all the retirement risk is with the employer and not the participant. There is a pension formula based on years of service and your average of your highest 8 years of salary in the FRS. And that formula will calculate a pension amount which is going to be guaranteed over your lifetime or the lifetimes of you plus your spouse. So when I say that the risk here is with the employer, I mean the state of Florida. The employer, of course, invests retirement plan assets as a whole, but must do so in a way that pays out what has been promised to the plan participants. The good news here is that Florida's pension system is found in the top 10 most solvent plans in the nation, being funded at a level to pay in the upper 80s to lower 90% of everything that's been promised, which is very high. This is in stark contrast to some of the economic basket cases out there, California and Illinois in particular. The California pension system is estimated to be $500 billion, that is $500 billion underfunded. So what does it mean? At some point, the state is going to have to cut benefits, raise taxes, or both, or those pension checks are going to start bouncing. But the further point about the FRS system is that the participant can make a one-time election to switch from the defined contribution plan to the defined benefit, or the other way around. So here's a circumstance where this might be useful to you. Say you started teaching right out of college. You thought you'd only teach for a few years until you got married. Because you thought your first employment was to be relatively short, you chose the investment option. But now 10 years have gone by, you're married, and you find your teaching career very fulfilling with no end in sight. You don't want to leave. Now you might want to switch to the pension option, knowing that 30 years participation will entitle you to a drop payment and early retirement. Per ERISA guidelines, the maximum defined benefit pension that can be paid to anyone in 2016 is $210,000 per year, just in case you were wondering. Defined benefit pensions are now usually only found in public employee benefits. Much of private industry has gotten rid of their pensions in favor of defined contribution plans, where all the risk for the outcome is on the participant himself. So choosing between a pension and a potentially higher investment account at retirement is a choice to be made very carefully. Another salient point, too, is the DROP, the Deferred Retirement Option Program, in which pension plan participants can retire, work 5 more years, and have their pension payments accumulate in a DROP account. This is a very rich retirement, and it is also the topic of another video. What do you do with your money at retirement? Well, that depends. And our advice is, of course, to work with a certified financial planner to make wise decisions, which are fully in your best interests. It pains us to hear of so many teachers and public employees who've taken unsuitable advice and stuck their drop payments into annuities. And nothing wrong with annuities per se, they're one tool. But when you attend a seminar or a workshop sponsored by an insurance company, it is a pretty safe bet that they're there to sell you something. Our work is always custom. It focuses on the individual needs of the client, and you pay us for that work. As registered investment advisors, we have no product to sell you. We're not pushing to make a sale so we can generate a commission. And as certified financial planners, you can count on us for a fiduciary standard of care, meaning unbiased financial advice, always in the client's best interests. We hope you'll email us at info@CameronDowning.com with questions. Do connect with us on LinkedIn. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And visit us online, CameronDowning.com, where you can make an appointment online to come see us and talk things over. Once again, this has been Glenn Downing presenting. I hope to meet you in person soon.